Hello everyone, this is Carl Shiflett from Infragistics, and in this short video I'd like to do a little bit of a deep dive into the quick sets for the control configurators. So let's have a look at a XAM linear gauge. So I'm going to put my focus here. I'm just going to double click, bring in my linear gauge, and format my document so it looks nice. And to start my configurator, I'll press Control dot, and then I'll press Enter, and it just opens it up. All right, so the gauges have the quick sets. So that would be the radial gauge, the linear gauge, and the bullet graph. Now, what's nice about the linear gauge is that it has horizontal, right? So you can have horizontal gauges. You have this really cool gauge right here. So these quick sets, part of the purpose of the quick set is to enable you to quickly get something that looks good instantly. All right. But it's even more than that. So the configurators, one of its primary purposes is to enable the developer to learn these rich APIs for the controls that you purchase and you're using every day. How did we do this? This is a very interesting looking a quick set, right? And so this is it becomes incredibly important to have these quick sets so that you can come over here and you can study the properties that got changed in order to make it. Like, how do we get this gauge here? How do we put these little tick marks on the outside? How did we do it here where we've got the tick marks like this, and then the major and the major what do they call those? Oh, where the ticks are just going across. These are minor ticks, these are the ticks, and we've made them do something completely different than before. You can also come over here and you can see, oh, that's just really cool. How in the world do we do that? Well, essentially what we did in order to get this really cool rainbow effect is we have one range instead of multiple ranges, right? So like if you look over here, see there's four ranges, 1, 2, 3, 4. But in order to get this really cool effect, we could have created tons of ranges. But what we did is we created one range and we had a linear gradient brush as the background. So you can see here, and it has all these brush stops, right? Or I'm sorry, gradient stops. That's how we pulled this off. So this is like pretty cool, right? Where you can just a little bit of imagination, and you know the APIs. It's endless the kind of things that you can do using these quick sets to get going. It also helps you to really learn the APIs. It's also kind of nice when you can see something that's already done. Like here's something that you might use for a slider. So if I enable needle dragging, right, you got something here. We've got other quick sets that look like this that you can use, and you can enable the needle dragging. So it's just different things that we thought of to create options for people so you can learn how to do things like this one right here. So here it goes down and then it comes back up. So how do we do that? And of course, if you clicked on the first range, you'll find that it has these properties here: inner extent, outer extents. And if we go to the middle one, you're going to see that these are flat. And if you go to the top one here, you'll see that this one's dissimilar, right? So if I move this down, see how you can make it do like funny things. So that's pretty cool for the kind of stuff you can do. Now, here's another quick set. What this does, this leverages a property right here called the stroke thickness. You see how there's some nice space between here? And the way we did that was setting up the stroke thickness, which pushed distance between these two here, right? And then on the background brush, let me go back. I'll reselect the entire thing. So we have a background color. So now if I take that background color and I change it to like this gray here, so now you've got this right here. We've got, let's see here, ranges, and we got no brushes. So up here, we've got outlines that are already preset up. So these outlines are white. On this particular one, it's white. So how do you know that? Well, because I know the quick sets, and right here, see here's my range outlines, and they're all white. Okay, so watch this. Because I knew that, watch what happens if I take the outlines and I see we have the white down here. Well, what if I just wanted to use like that outline, which looks ugly? That's why we picked white. And so we stuck them all in there, but you could put any color you wanted there. So the purpose of the quick set is really to start to expand what's possible with these control configurators. The controls have endless possibilities. The control configurators are just scratching the surface of what's capable of these controls, right? So you can do some really, really nice stuff with the control configurators. So that kind of covers these quick sets, and the idea again was to quickly lay something out, and then allow you to visually change it if you wanted to. So and I'll have a lesson on that later where I'll show you how to just take something and completely change it from what it was to something that meets your needs, and it'll really help you. All right, so that's enough about the quick sets. And again, these are available in the gauges, right? All right, have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoy using the control configurators. Thank